Hello guys, welcome back onto the channel. I'm loving the hypercar discipline in the Crew 2. Is it because of the cars? Partly, but the main reason why is because of the races that you get to do in those cars. I love long races. As the longest races in any racing game are usually my favorites. And so far, the hypercar discipline in the Crew 2 has the longest races that I've done in this game so far. So we're gonna be doing the last one that we have available. I've done the first three and they are really long, but this one seems to be the longest. I haven't done this one yet. It seems to take about 30 minutes in total. I'm not gonna be cutting the video, I'm gonna be keeping it untouched. So you're gonna see a lot of screwing up, a lot of messing up, but that's part of these races because some of them have some tricky routes for you to take, but they are awesome because they're so long, and I love long races. And look at the graphics of this thing, the sun, man, I cannot get enough of how beautiful this game looks. The lighting in this game looks awesome. And in case you're curious, there's a little bit of rubber banding in this game. That's usually the case with arcade races. And I think the only arcade racing game that I think it doesn't have any sort of rubber banding in place is Drive Club. That game is difficult by nature, so if you're good, you're good, but if you're not that good, you're gonna have a hard time winning races, especially some of the later ones. But the Crew does have some sort of rubber banding, but the good thing is that it's very well done. It works both ways. Let's say, for example, that you are too far ahead and there's not a whole lot of competition going. It's not like the cars are gonna instantly get a speed boost and catch up to you on a straight, but let's say, for example, that you hit a tree or that you hit a wall, then that's when the rubber banding is gonna kick in, because that's when the cars are gonna start catching up to you really quickly, unnaturally quickly. And when you are too far behind, that also works the same. So it looks like the AI decelerates a little bit. They run at slightly slower speeds to allow for you to catch up to them. Would I prefer a game without rubber banding? Absolutely. But then you have the problem with the AI. If the AI, man, AI is so hard to say for me who is a foreigner. Let me try again. If the AI is not well done, if the AI is not smart about which routes they take, which stuff they're careful about, then you're gonna end up with a game where people who are not that good at the game are gonna struggle to win races, and people who are fairly skilled at the game are gonna pretty much race by themselves because there's not gonna be a lot of competition. As you could see, I hit the car, and if you look at the map, the AI caught up to me fairly quickly. That's what I was talking about regarding the rubber banding in this game. And another thing that this game allows, which is a bit similar to the first one did allow you to sort of change the assists in your game. You had, I think, a hardcore handling model that I think it would turn off all of the assists, but in the Crew 2, the adjustments that you can make to the assists that you have in your car are a lot more granular. You can tweak individual settings, so if you want to turn off the traction control, you can do that. If you want to turn off the EST, whatever the hell that stands for, I have no idea what this assist is, but if you do know, let me know in the comments down below because I'm curious about what EST means. But you can turn that off. If you want to turn off the ABS, you can turn that off, or you can even drop down the slider to decrease the effect that it has in your car in each of these assists. You can also You can also turn off an assist called Slide Help, which I believe helps you initiate drifting. You can also turn that off. I don't remember whether or not I'm running with the assists on or off in this Pagani Zonda. You have global adjustments that apply to disciplines, but I'm not entirely sure whether or not I tweaked the settings for hypercar, so I need to check that out once I complete this race. But I think I have the assists all on. Let's run with that, and if I actually have them off, I'm gonna be able to confirm that once the race is over. And right now I'm not entirely sure whether or not the running with the assists off is actually faster or not. I need to do some more testing. I do have a little bit of an impression, but I don't want to jump the gun here. I want to do a little bit more testing to confirm whether or not this is faster or not. But one thing that I'm going to say though is that I find more enjoyable to run with all of the assists off, because you can feel a lot more of the car weight when you turn all of the assists on. If the car feels a little bit lighter than it would with it off. So I think it's more enjoyable to drive with them off, because you can feel a lot more of the weight characteristics of each and every car that you drive. You can also feel that you have a little bit more control over what your car does on the track, and to me that's what racing games are all about. That's what makes them fun, when you have control over what you're doing. Even if you end up sucking so bad that you can win races as consistently as you would with them on, I still find them more enjoyable, mostly with them off. So whether or not you're gonna run with the assists off in this game, it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you which one you should run. You should run with whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I know there are a lot of people who likes to call people noobs because they run with the assists on, and I don't care. This is a game for me. I don't care whether people think you're a noob or whether people think I am a noob. I run with whatever feels more comfortable to me, and in the Crew 2's case, that's with the assists off. Gran Turismo Sport, for example, I like to run with ABS on, and depending on the car, with a little bit of traction control on as well. Forza, I run with all of the assists off, not because I want to feel like I'm a hardcore player or anything. It's just because the game feels better to me that way. That's what you should focus on. What makes you feel better when you're playing these games, not what people think regarding whether you're a noob or not. But anyways, as you can see, thanks to the rubber banding, thanks to the rubber banding, there's a lot of back and forth in these races. There's a lot of battling for position. There's not a whole lot of room for mistakes, because the AI is gonna catch up to you real quickly. And I apologize, I hit the desk with my hands accidentally, so if you heard a thump, that's why. And as you would expect, this game has dynamic time of day. It has dynamic weather. Sometimes you're in the rain, sometimes you're driving with a good part of the map in snow. And I'm not gonna say that the entire map is in snow, because I haven't checked out the entire map when it's snowing, but I do know that a good part of it's covered in snow at times. I don't know if it's a server side kind of thing where they just have predetermined times where the entire map is gonna fill up with snow, or if it's just a random thing that happens once every, I don't know, couple hours of gameplay. In fact, if you saw my other video, you probably noticed that I was driving in the snow. That's actually the second time that I drive in the snow after playing the game for over 20 hours. So maybe I think it's fair to say that the snow comes in maybe every 10 hours of gameplay. Maybe it's random, I don't know. But let's keep on racing. We still have a lot of racing to do. We're just about to cross the 25% mark with about 10 minutes of racing so far. We are, yeah, 9.10 minutes so far. I believe that when we cross the 25%, we're gonna be pretty close to 10 minutes. And another thing that I love about this game is that if you play the first The Crew, you know that the first The Crew took place in the US. They kind of made a scale version of the US, of course, a much smaller scale, because it's unrealistic to assume that a developer is gonna undertake such a huge task of bringing an entire country over to a game. So they got uh, a lot of a lot of famous parts of some of the cities, a lot of famous locations, and that's what the first The Crew map is made of. And the second The Crew is still taking place in the US. But they revamped it. I would assume that they reworked a good part of the map, because the map doesn't feel anywhere similar to the first one. It feels like an entirely different map. It feels like almost like they rebuilt the entire map from the ground up, because the graphics look a lot nicer. This doesn't have anything to do with the map itself, but the graphics look a lot nicer. The backgrounds look a lot more detailed. I haven't stopped to analyze, and I'm not gonna do that. But I think from to the naked eye, it feels a lot more detailed when you compare it to the first The Crew. There are a lot of different places that I don't remember ever seeing in the first The Crew, so that's awesome. So all in all, it's a different game, even though it takes place in the same country as the first one did. So they weren't lazy, in case you were wondering. When they announced that they were that the second The Crew would take place in the US again, I thought, man, that's sort of a lazy move, because it feels like they're trying to kind of just get the map from the first game and just tweak it a little bit, and just bring it over to the second game, and that's it. But that's definitely not the case. They definitely reworked a lot of stuff in the second game. That's definitely the case. You can easily see that when you start playing this game. Now that's a tricky part, because I don't have a racing line on. I don't even remember if this game has a racing line, so I need to be careful not to miss my turning points, otherwise I'm gonna mess up my race. I'm playing on normal difficulty. Usually you have normal difficulty and you only unlock the hard difficulty once you beat the normal, so I don't have the hard unlocked for this race yet. This is on a per race basis. It's not like you beat the game on normal, then you unlock hard. No, if you do a race in normal, you're gonna instantly unlock the hard difficulty of that race for you to do at any time that you feel like doing. Oh crap. Oh, that was bad. They're gonna catch up to me pretty quickly. Yeah, I knew that. In this case, I don't even think that rubber banding had something to do with it, to be honest. I think it was just a matter of, well, I screwed up really bad. I took a long time to get off that tree and back onto the track, so that's natural that they're gonna be catching up to me, especially so because this first guy was driving a Koenigsegg, apparently the 1-to-1 model, or the Koenigsegg Agera R. I always confuse these two models. I was excited to drive the Aston Martin Vulcan, but I haven't seen it in the game yet. I don't know if they're gonna be adding that later down the road, or if I'm missing something, or if it's for sale in a different spot that I haven't checked out yet. I don't know, but I was under the impression that this game had an Aston Martin Vulcan. Now I'm saving up for buying other hypercars, because this is so far my favorite discipline, followed very closely by the street racing discipline. And you also have boats, motorcycles, and planes. And out of all of these three, I think my favorite one is boats. I really like the physics. I really like how the boats feel in this discipline. That's definitely a good thing that they did there. Airplanes, they are really fun, but I'm not into that kind of stuff. But they can be fun to break from the sameness of racing over and over again in cars. So that's definitely a great thing as well. And the motorcycles in this game, they feel really great. I'm not a big fan of motorcycle racing in games, at least. The very first motorcycle game that I actually enjoyed because the physics felt good was actually the DLC for Drive Club called Drive Club Bikes. The physics in that DLC felt really good. In second place comes the Crew 2. The physics in the bikes in this game feel really good. It doesn't feel great, but it feels really good. They did a good job on that, so that's something that I definitely can't complain about, and it's enjoyable. Oh crap! Yeah, I was confused. I almost took a right there, and I would miss my route. Oh crap! I was looking at the LaFerrari, and I completely screwed it up. The LaFerrari, I think you only unlock it when you reach icon level 500. I think I'm currently at level 12, so I have a long way to go. But one thing that you should know though is that when you level up to the maximum level, when you reach the icon level, you're gonna start leveling up much quicker. In fact, at every two or three normal length races, you're gonna get a new level. And in case of these longer ones, you may be able to get up to 2 levels in a single race. But since this one is a little bit longer, the longest one that I had done in the hypercar was a 20-minute race. This is a 30-minute race, so I would expect to get a lot more followers and also level up more quickly as a result. So I would assume that in this race we're going to be able to get approximately 3 new levels in total just in this one race. Let's see if I can catch up to these guys. Yeah. I do hope that when they bring the PvP into the game, that they make all of these single player races available on the PvP lobbies, because I would love to do some online racing in this exact configuration that we're currently racing on, and also all the other 3 that I've done in the hypercar discipline. That would be awesome, and I really hope that Ivory Tower does that when they eventually bring PvP into the game. I love this long straight sections. I don't have this Pagani Zonda as it is. It's not amazingly fast. It's not as loud either, but it's not amazingly fast. And I'm curious when I get my hands on the Koenigsegg Regera. Holy shit, that car is gonna be amazing to drive in these long straight sections. That's definitely gonna be the case here. Oh crap. I'm wondering how far back they are. Yeah, they're not that far. Yeah, I should have braked a little bit earlier there, but yeah, I definitely have some assists on. The car is sliding a lot more than it does when you have the assists off. We've just reached 50% progression in the race, so we're halfway through it. Looks like this is gonna be a 40-minute race actually. And I know, I understand now where my mistake was. I based myself from that 30-minute figure based on the world record, and of course the world record is gonna be amazingly fast, and I'm not gonna get anywhere near the level in this game. But yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a 40-minute long race, so this is gonna be at least a 40-minute long video. And as you can see, it's pretty hard for you to gain some distance from the AI. They're always close by, so it helps keeping the back and forth going. But as you can see, I haven't screwed up yet, so oh crap, that was close. Now I was able to gain a little bit more distance than usual from the AI. That's, I think, the farthest that I got from them actually. This section here reminds me of the first Forza Horizon. You had a similar section where you have desert off to both sides. That's pretty much sort of a blank statement, to be honest, because there are a lot of games with similar looking sections. I can think of Need for Speed Rivals as well. Oh crap! I thought I was gonna go off track. Glad I didn't. Towards the end of the race is where I get the most tense, because if I screw up, that means 40 minutes of racing, thrown down the drain. So that's probably where I'm gonna remain as quiet as possible so that I can focus on what I'm doing. So we have a little bit over 15 minutes more of racing, more. Yeah, that's about what we have remaining, I think. For a moment that I thought I was supposed to take a left. I'm glad I didn't. Let's see if we can get more distance from the AI, even more than we did a couple minutes back. My finger, my right finger, the one that's on the trigger, accelerating the car, is starting to get numb because I've been pressing this button for so long that I think it's stopping the blood circulation. Oh crap! They're gonna catch up pretty quickly. Yeah, I knew that. Did you see that on the map? How quickly they caught up to me. Oh crap! I should have braked a little bit more. This track is gonna be a tough one to memorize. A really, really tough one. I have the longest track in Forza Horizon 3 that takes about 10 to 11 minutes depending on which car that you race. Some cars you're able to actually get in the low 9 minutes if you're really quick. And I have that one memorized by heart. Both layouts, both the normal layout and the reverse one. But tracks like this that take 40 minutes, and I'm not complaining, I love that, but it's gonna be a tough one to memorize. That's definitely gonna be hard. Oh no. Oh man. I'm so stupid. Holy shit. Look at how far they got so quick. So quick. But now you're gonna get a chance to look at how the rubber banding works both ways. As long as I reach oh crap, a straight line section, you're gonna see me catching up to these guys fairly quickly. This is not a straight section yet, there are a couple of turns, but as you can see I'm starting to catch up with the 6th place. And if I don't hit any walls, you're gonna see that I'm gonna be able to overtake them over the next minute or so. Now the 1st place is very much ahead. That worries me a little bit because even though there are rubber banding that works both ways, that it doesn't do magic. It's not suddenly gonna stop the car to wait for you. So if you're not careful, you might lose the race, as I did a couple times already. Not this one. This is the very first time that I'm actually playing. I'm playing together with you guys, so I had no idea about the layout. I had no idea how long this track was actually gonna be. Oh crap. Let me... Oh no, I don't wanna hit this car. Okay, 3rd place, 80%. We have about 10 minutes left of racing still, so we have plenty of time to do something about it and maybe get up to the 1st place again. I want to see if I'm able to max out this Pagani Zonda. I haven't actually maxed out any of my cars. I would assume that you have to replay a couple of races over and over again to get the parts that you need to max out the level. But that's something that I'm gonna be doing later. Oh crap, no. That was really bad. I'm kind of running out of time at this point, so I cannot afford to make any more mistakes, at least not mistakes like the ones that I did and that I did again a couple minutes ago. So I'm gonna try to remain as quiet as possible. Not gonna be talking a lot, and I'm gonna try to really concentrate to try to reel these guys in before it's too late. Oh crap. I'm getting nervous. As much as I love long races, it's not fun having to redo them just because you lost, so that's not something that I'm looking forward to do again. Not under these circumstances. I want to do the race again because I feel like doing it. Oh crap, 90%. We're on the last leg of the race. That's definitely the case here. And I'm running out of time to catch up with the first place. Not good. Cool, that's what I was looking for. A straight section, fairly straight. So I'm gonna be able to catch up to this guy fairly quickly. As you can see, the rubber banding is starting to to run now. So yeah, as you can see, it was fairly easy for me to overtake it, and it's gonna be fairly easy to gain some distance as long as I don't screw up by hitting anything. Oh crap. Oh man, I thought I was supposed to take it right there. It's right here actually. %93. Oh man, this is getting intense. They're too close. Too close for my comfort. Oh crap. I thought I was gonna hit the guardrail. I'm braking so bad because I'm trying to be really cautious so I don't miss my turns. At this point, it's crucial. We have 6% left of the race, about 3 minutes left. Oh man, this is too intense, man. Oh, there is the finish line. I cannot screw this up right now. My voice cracked up a little bit. Three, 2.5 kilometers left to go, man. Let's try not to screw this one up. Looks like we're gonna be able to get the win. Yes, we will. Oh man, what a nice place to finish the race. I love this bridge. Cool. Oh man, that was intense. The later half of this race was really intense. I wasn't expect to have this much fun with this race actually, but it was really nice. As you can see, that these are the loot boxes that you get to upgrade your cars. You don't usually get this amount, usually to get up to 3 parts in a normal race, but since this was on the longer side, we got a lot more. And we actually leveled up 4 levels, so that's awesome. Now let's do some upgrading, and I don't want to hear this guy talk anymore. Let's see, we are level 247. Let's see how far up we're able to get after we upgrade this car. Okay, so we leveled up 8 levels in our car. We still have a lot to do in order to max out at 320. We got a lot of money actually. We got over 200,000 credits. That's awesome. But yeah, that's the last race of the hypercar discipline. As far as I can tell, I don't think I have any other one unlocked. No, actually we do have one. We have this Latrell's car part 2. Okay, I did the part 1 off camera, and I'm gonna do this other one off camera as well. But anyways guys, that's been a look at what's probably the longest race in the game, the coast to coast one that goes from one part of the map to the other. And it was a really fun race. As I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. This game is really nice, and if you're into racing games, especially open world ones, I really recommend you to get the Crew 2. This is not a paid anything. Nobody told me to say anything. It's just a personal opinion that I'm giving you guys. Buy the game because this game is really fun and you're gonna enjoy it. But if you're into PvP and PvP is a deal-breaking thing, you might want to wait until the PvP mode is out, probably in December. But anyways guys, that's been it. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more The Crew 2 content, share the video with your friends and on your social media. It helps me out a lot and I really appreciate the help. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links are in the description down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.